In this concept, we have to study the kinds or types of cell and their structure. In the universe, there are two types of cells we are discovered. Primitive cell, earlier cell, as we already discussed, they are called prokaryotic cell. And the advanced cell, those found in unicellular protists as well as multicellular organism, that cell is called as eukaryotic cell. Now we will start with prokaryotic cell. As we all know that pro means primitive, karyon means nucleus. The cell, those have false nucleus or the genetic material of the nucleus is freely scattered in the cytoplasm. Nucleus is not well defined or membrane bound. Such a cell are called as prokaryotic cell. Main features of prokaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell is found in first kingdom or the organisms, those belongs to the earlier kingdom, that is Monera. All monerans, that means bacteria like earlier bacteria, Archaebacterium, later bacterium, Eubacterium, as well as Cyanobacterium or Blue-green algae and Mycoplasma. All these different kinds of monerans is unicellular and their body is made up of this type of cell we call prokaryotic cell. What are the main features of the prokaryotic cell? This cell is always rectangular in shape and this cell has a size near about 1 to 3 micrometer in diameter. This cell has outermost protective 3-layered covering called as cell envelope. The cell envelope is sublayered into 3. Outer layer of cell envelope is called as glycocalyx. Middle layer of cell envelope is called as cell wall, and innermost layer of cell envelope is called as plasma membrane. So, as per the given figure, outermost layer of cell envelope called as glycocalyx, middle layer is called as cell wall, and innermost layer of the prokaryotic cell is called as cell membrane or plasma membrane. Now we will first focus on glycocalyx. Glycocalyx is the outermost layer of cell envelope of prokaryotic cell. This glycocalyx is are of two types. Some bacteriums having that glycocalyx is very smooth sheet, loose sheet. They are called as slime layer. Whereas in other bacterium, this outermost glycocalyx is very tough and they are called as capsule. Whether it is slime layer, loose sheet or a tough capsule, what is the role of glycocalyx? Glycocalyx avoid the dryness of the cell or desiccation of the cell. That means the cytoplasm containing fluid is never evaporate out. It remains inside. Okay. So in this manner it avoids the dryness of the cytoplasm or the entire cell. Another function of this outermost glycocalyx is it makes the bacteria resistant to different types of drugs and medicines. For example, antibiotics. Middle layer of cell envelope is called as cell wall. Cell wall gives rigidity and mechanical strength to the cell or prokaryotic cell. Cell wall in some prokaryotes is made up of peptidoglycan, whereas in other prokaryotes it is made up of murine type of substances. Dutch bacteriologist Gram designed one stain or a dye with the help of which these bacteria get colored or stained. When these bacteria get stained, then these bacteria get decolorized with the help of alcohol. But some of them is never get decolorized. It remains colorful or it remains stained by this Gram stain. Such bacteria are called as Gram-positive bacteria. Later on, it was observed that the cell wall, if made up of peptidoglycan, then that bacteria becomes so colorful even after they are washed with alcohol, and this bacteria are called as Gram-positive bacteria. Whereas the prokaryotes, those having the cell wall made up of murine, when they stain with the Gram stain, those are designed by the Dutch bacteriologist Gram, and after that this bacteria is exposed with the alcohol, they get decolored because their cell wall is made up of murine, and when after washing they lose their color or Gram staining. Such bacteria are called as Gram-negative bacteria. It means with the help of Gram staining one can distinguish there are two types of bacteria. Cell wall with peptidoglycan, they remains colorful, never wash their stain, exposed bacterium is called as gram-positive bacterium, and those discolorized after staining with the alcohol or washing with the alcohol, then this bacterium are called as gram-negative bacterium. Their cell wall is made up of murine substances. What is the role of cell wall? It gives a mechanical strength to the cell, as well as it gives a proper shape and rigidity to the prokaryotes or the prokaryotic cell. Cell wall is also found in plant cell, fungal cell, but chemical they are different from this prokaryotic cell wall. Prokaryotic cell wall is either made up of peptide or lichen, that bacterium becomes a gram-positive. If they are made up of murine substances, then that type of prokaryotes are called as gram-negative, as they get discolorized after washing with the alcohol. Okay, so in this type, there are two types of prokaryotes or bacteriums, gram-positive as well as gram-negative. Inside the cell wall, innermost layer of the prokaryotic cell are called as plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is a final and innermost limiting membrane of the cell envelope. They encircles the cytoplasm, and it is found in all monerans, protists, fungi, plants, animals, all cells having the innermost or the membrane, plasma membrane. Plasma membrane is also called as cell membrane, and it is made up of phospholipids and proteins. It is selectively permeable membrane. In case of prokaryotic cell, this plasma membrane when undergoes infolding, plasma membrane when undergoes infolding, and it has some enzymes, then it is called as mesosomes. So in prokaryotes, when plasma membrane undergoes infolding and having some enzymes, they are called as mesosomes. What is the role of these mesosomes or these inner tubular or lamellar infoldings of the plasma membrane? They have enzymes. Those are concerned with oxidation of the nutrient and obtain the energy. Those functions in eukaryote performed by mitochondria. Like this, it is the ancestor of mitochondria. It means it performs the functions like that of the mitochondrions found in eukaryotic cell. Oxidize the nutrient and obtain the energy and provide the energy for the activities of the prokaryotic cell. It is common in all the prokaryotes. In some prokaryotes, infoldings of plasma membrane, infoldings of plasma membrane, like this cisternae or lamellae, with the photosynthetic pigment, they are called as chromatophores. They are not commonly seen in all prokaryotes. Very few prokaryotes, for example, cyanobacteria or blue-green algae, only they have infoldings and laminar structure of their plasma membrane called as chromatophores. That chromatophores has photosynthetic pigment. Those trap the sunlight, and by utilizing inorganic substance like CO2, water, with the help of sunlight, synthesize the food or to do the process of photosynthesis. So in this manner, infoldings of the plasma membrane with the chloroplast with the photosynthetic pigment behaves as a chloroplast and perform the photosynthesis. And it is not commonly seen in all prokaryote. It is seen only in the prokaryote. Those are able to do the process of photosynthesis. They are called autotrophic prokaryote. Example, blue-green algae, or we call them cyanobacteria. But the another type of infoldings, it is common in all prokaryote. Those are equivalent with the mitochondria of higher cell or eukaryotic cell. Those having their own enzyme, oxidize the nutrient and obtain the energy. They are either lamellar or with cisternae, and they are called as mesosomes. So in this manner, plasma membrane or cell membrane undergoes infolding either for respiration, food oxidation, obtain the energy, commonly found in all prokaryote, or very few autotrophic prokaryote having the chromatophore-like infoldings of the plasma membrane with the chloroplast containing photosynthetic pigment and do the process of photosynthesis and make the prokaryote as a autotrophic organism. Only one example, cyanobacterium or blue-green algae. Other functions of plasma membrane, it involves in transportation of the substance from one to the adjacent bacterium. Plasma membrane gives rise to their extension. For locomotion, flagella, fimbriae, cilia's like extension arises from the plasma membrane. Plasma membrane also provide the surface of attachment of genetic material, or we call them false nucleus or nucleoid. This false nucleoid is freely scattered in the cytoplasm, and at one end they are attached with the plasma membrane. So in this manner, plasma membrane gives the membrane systems. Plasma membrane involved in transportation of the content from in and out of the cell. Plasma membrane undergoes infolding, becomes a mesosomes, and do the process of respiration, oxidize the food, obtain energy. And in autotrophic prokaryote, plasma membrane when undergoes infolding develops a cisternes or the plates or tubules having photosynthetic pigment, trap the sunlight, and do the process of photosynthesis. Such infoldings are called chromatophores, or they are becomes the ancestor of the chloroplast or higher plant cell or eukaryotic cell. Okay, so this is not common in all prokaryote. It is found only in autotrophic prokaryote. Example, cyanobacterium or blue green algae. Inside the plasma membrane, content of the cell called as cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a semi-fluid. Cytoplasm don't have any membrane-bound cell organelle as it is primitive cell, but it has a non-membranous cell organelle, that is ribosomes. Ribosome is made up of two subunits. Small subunit called 30S and large subunit called as 50S. What is this S means? S means Swedberg unit. Means in centrifugation tube, when it centrifuges, then this cytoplasm will be centrifuged. The small subunit is settled down in that centrifuged tube at the marking of 30S. So they are called as 30S subunit. Those part of the ribosome settled down at the marking of 50 on the basis of their sedimentation gradient, they are called as 50S. So in this manner, cytoplasm has only one cell organelle, that is non-membranous, called as ribosome, made up of two parts. Small part is called as 30S subunit and large part is called as 50S subunit. This together forms the structure. They are becomes 70S type of ribosome. They becomes a 70S type of ribosome. Why 70S? When these two unite together, some part of them will regenerate and it becomes only 70S sedimentation gradient. So it is of 70S type of ribosome is the feature of prokaryotic cell. Same type of ribosome found in eukaryotic cell, they are of 80S type. And in prokaryote, which type of ribosomes are there? 70S type. Okay, and what is their function? It is concerned with, along with messenger RNA, it is concerned with protein synthesis, or we call them translation. It is the function of ribosome. It is non-membranous cell organelle. It associated with the messenger RNA and carried out the process called protein synthesis, or we call them translation. Inside the cytoplasm, some food granules are also present. Along with this, cytoplasm is a site of freely scattered genetic material. They are circular and supercoiled. They are called as nucleoid. It is equivalent with the one chromosome of the genes present on the one chromosome of human body. Human body has a 46 chromosome. So whatever the genes present or DNA is present in one chromosome, out of that 46, the total equivalent amount of gene present in the nucleoid of the prokaryotic cell, or it is called as the gene present, those shown in the one chromosome, or its nucleoid is made up of one chromosome and associated DNAs. Okay, then nucleoid is always attached with the mesosomes or the plasma membranes, and it is circular and double stranded. This genetic material is circular and double stranded. These two strands are circular, but it undergoes a supercoiling, and when it undergoes a supercoiling, it gives the structure. Those are highly coiled. Okay, and they are called as nucleoid. This DNA is circular, double stranded, and when they form a supercoiling, they are packed with the other proteins, but they don't have the histone protein in their package. Whereas in higher animals, the DNA is always packed in the chromosome with the help of histone and non-histone protein. Here the histone type of packaging proteins are absent in this DNA when they are packed in the chromosome or with the nucleoid. Means during the time of replication, this coiled structure, supercoiled structure get dissolved to become a double-stranded circular structure. Then slowly they start their replication and appears a theta shape. So this replication is called as theta replication. This nucleoid is always attached with the mesosome or the plasma membrane, and remaining part is freely scattered into the cytoplasm. Besides this own genetic material, prokaryotic cell has some extra double-stranded circular DNAs. They are called as plasmid. That plasmid is not the part of genetic material of bacteria. Even though they remove from the bacteria or the prokaryotes, there is no any effect on the physiology of the bacteria. It means they are extra chromosomal double-stranded self-replicating DNA symbiotically inhabit inside the commonly prokaryotic cell. This type of plasmid is also seen in few eukaryotic or higher cells. Plasmids are three main types. Plasmid, when synthesizes the substances, make the bacteria resistance to antibiotic-like medicines. Then plasmid are called as R plasmid. Then this plasmid are called as R plasmid. When plasmid DNA express and synthesize inside the cytoplasm, the substance, those make the bacteria resistance to the antibiotic-like medicines, they are called as R plasmid or resistance plasmid. If this plasmid DNA express in the bacterial cytoplasm, even though they are extra chromosomal, and synthesize the colchicine substance, then they are called as whole plasmid. Then this type of plasmid are called as whole plasmid. If the plasmid present in the bacteria is responsible for the formation of tubes with the adjacent bacterium and transfer the part of their own DNA into the adjacent bacterium, this type of conjugation tube, they are called as conjugation tube, and allow to unite the genetic material from one bacterium to another bacterium. This type of plasmid are called as F plasmid. So in this manner, if the plasmid is responsible for the formation of a tube between two adjacent prokaryotes and allow to transfer the genetic material from one bacterium to the another bacterium, unite together, it's like a union of male and female gamete, those seen in higher plant and animals during sexual reproduction. So union of genetic material from two different organisms, and it is possible just because of the F plasmid or episomes. Those allow the bacteria to form a tube with adjacent bacteria and transfer their genetic material. So the genetic material of these two bacteria unite together, and this is the simple sexual reproduction called as conjugation. So conjugation type of reproduction is possible when the plasmid is there. Those allow the bacteria to form a conjugation tube. Such a plasmid are called episomes or fertility factor. So in this manner, in the prokaryotic cell, naturally found extra chromosomal genetic material called as plasmid. They are either R plasmid, make the bacteria resistant to antibiotics. They are whole plasmid, allow the bacteria to synthesize the colchicine substances, or they are the fertility factor or episomes. So that this bacterium forms the adjacent bacteriums with the conjugation tube, transfer their genetic material, and allows the union of the genetic material of the donor bacterium and recipient bacterium, like the union of two gametes to form a zygote and following the sexual reproduction. So this simple sexual reproduction called conjugation is seen in prokaryotes only when the plasmid or episome, we call them fertility factor or F plasmid, is present in the bacteria. So in this manner, prokaryotic bacteria is very simple structural organization. They have their own genetic material, only one type of organelle, that is ribosome, concerned with protein synthesis. They have their own genetic material. Along with this, they have the extra genetic material called as plasmid. Naturally found plasmids are of three types: R plasmid, whole plasmid, or they are called as episome or cell analog, bacteria have some outgrowths, hairy outgrowths called as cilia to show the locomotion. Some bacteria shows a very long, highly coiled flagellum that is also meant for locomotion. Some small outgrowths are there called as pilia, they are tubular and they meant for intracellular communication or transfer of the substances from one to the adjacent one. That is a good example of the bacterium, those having the episomes or F plasmid. So in this manner we conclude here the structure of prokaryotic cell.